Bro, the internet is changing, and if you don't know how to leverage it to make more money online, you definitely need to watch this video. I too was stuck at a certain point, knowing how great the internet was, but just not knowing how to utilize it. And I'm about to tell you some of the ways you can use the internet. Now, one of the easiest things I'm doing to leverage the internet, I'm actually reselling things that I get for free on Amazon. That's right, you heard that correctly. You can sit right from the comfort of your home and get free items delivered right to your doorstep, and let me tell you exactly how. There's a process called coupon code stack. Now, the way it used to be done, just so you can get an outline of how it's done now, is we used to get sales papers, right? And then they would have coupons in those sales papers. Well, sometimes there would be multiple coupons, right? So you could have a coupon, like let's say for the iPhone, right? One coupon gives you 50% off, the other one gives you 40% off, and then there's another one that gives you 10% off, right? And so when you give a cashier all those coupons, each promotion is different. So they end up having to honor each one of those, making that item go down to free. And hey, when I was a cashier, I actually seen this happen every day, and I actually seen it happen to where the store actually owed people money based on the amount of coupons they had. But that was the way it used to be done. Now that the internet is here, as we know, there are online coupons, right? And this same type of process happened to where certain products have coupon codes that stack on top of each other, giving us free items. Now, you might have seen this before. There's a lot of Facebook groups that honestly do this, as far as they give you the call, they get a signal from wherever they're getting it that lets you know, hey, this cocoa butter is down to free with these coupon codes, right? And then people rush and go get it. But it's been taken to another level now. And the way I'm doing this current side hustle is actually by utilizing bots. Now this process works the exact same way, except it's 100% automated. So what that means is when you compare it to the people that are doing it from groups or doing it manually off Facebook, by the time you get over there and check out, it's already done. Imagine having a robot that the moment it detects that these things are free, it puts it in your cart and checks it out. That's why a lot of the time the manual users, by the time they get the signal and get over there, it's too late. Using these bots, bro, I'm a witness. I've hit air fryers, I've seen people hit TVs, because here's another aspect of that, right? A lot of the times it isn't just if stuff is free, right? Some stuff is 70% discounted, 80% discounted, right? And so a lot of the times you'll see the high ticket items like cameras, cell phones, TVs on Amazon, even Fire Sticks. You'll see them go down to 5 to 10% of the original price, which is still a huge marked discount. And even if you sold those for half of what they retail, you're still making a big profit. Which brings me to what I'm talking about next, right? Selling these items. First of all, when you're selling these items, bro, because it's all profit, you really can't go wrong, right? A lot of the times you could turn around and sell these items on eBay. You could turn around and sell these items locally on Facebook, right? But I do want to let you know this, because a lot of people are gonna want to get specific products for free, right? You can't go pick the item, right? It's gonna be items that have coupon codes stack up. So those items could be I've seen anything from lotion to food to TVs to dog vests, bro. Now, if you're using one of the bots that I've used in the past, which I actually have a video about a bot that I used in the past, but I have switched bots and I am gonna use a bot called Horizon going forward. I have seen where, depending on the bot that you have, you can definitely set parameters. So maybe you only want electronics, or maybe you only want home and gardening things, but it's still gonna be a random assortment of things from those categories. Another creative way to sell these products is in Facebook raffle groups, right? If you could take an air fryer, right, and you do 20 numbers and you do $5 a number, that's a quick $100 for you for something that was either free or $5 or $10 for you, right? So that's how I see a lot of that stuff getting sold. All right, the next thing that I'm gonna recommend you do to make money online is something that is a skill, right? And that's one that I can 100% testify for, and that's graphic design. Now, a lot of people feel like, hey, I'm not creative enough, but thanks to the power of AI, thanks to platforms like Midjourney AI, you don't even need to be creative anymore to be a graphic designer. All you need to do is have the wherewithal to study it and learn it. Now, it's one of the quickest ways that I went from $0 on some days to, you know, $200, $300 before the day is over. And the way I did that is I picked up graphic design and I dedicated myself to learning it, right? I spent 4 hours every night learning the basics, right? Until I was good enough to charge people, right? Now, what could you charge people for? Logos, right? Album artwork, flyers. The reason why there will never be too many graphic designers, and not even Mid-Journey or any AI is gonna take graphic designers out of the game, is because even with the AI stuff, it still needs the human touch. It still needs a human to kind of drive it, right? There's always people starting businesses. There's always people who need a flyer, right? So you'll never have to worry about not being able to find work. It's just about how you find work, which I'm gonna get into if you stick with me through this segment, right? So here's another reason why this is so sweet, because your graphic design education is free, right? You literally, all you have to do is go type into YouTube, how to do this in Photoshop, how to do that in Photoshop, right? And as you build those skills, cause see, that's what I'm gonna suggest you do. Don't go on there and just go through a course, right? Because you might learn and waste time on stuff that you don't necessarily need to know right now. Figure out what it is you wanna do and literally go start from the basics, right? How to cut someone out of an image in Photoshop, how to change the color of someone's shirt in Photoshop, how to make text in Photoshop. And once you stack those skills up, before you know it, you'll have enough skill to where you can charge people to design for them. Now, also another thing that you have it to your advantage to where you could get to the point to where you're good enough to start charging, maybe within a week or two, honestly, depending on how much time you have to dedicate, is AI, right? Places like ChatGPT, to where you can go get a specific answer to a question, you can get ideas and all that type of stuff. So don't get it twisted. It does take some time to learn. However, when I'm talking about ease, bro, like, look, you see this back here? I can literally graphic design from right here, bro. Like, you don't have to go anywhere. That's honestly some of the best stay-at-home money that anybody could ever make. And then on top of that, bro, once you have a graphic design background, you don't understand how easy other side hustles become, right? Because costs, right? If you can't do it, you have to pay somebody to do it. So if you can design all your stuff, like, that's kind of helped me be a YouTuber, bro, is because I have graphic design background. I know how things are supposed to look as far as color theory. I can do my own thumbnails. If you're a sneaker reseller, right, you can enhance your product photos, right? If you are a baker, same thing, you can enhance your product photos. Hey, trust me, a graphic design background is something that will definitely help you. Also, it's not as hard to get as when I was coming up in the game, right? Back when I was learning how to design, you had to shell out that $1,500 for the program, or you had to take other means of obtaining that program. However, nowadays you can pay a $20 a month subscription. I would definitely advise you, if you're gonna do that, to go ahead and get the whole Adobe Creative Cloud suite, because you get all the programs, and I think it's only $50 for everything. So you only have to pay $20 a month. Go to Adobe, download Photoshop. The first thing you need to do is type in, boom, how to cut somebody out of a background, right? Then how to change eye color, how to fix this, how to fix that. And I promise you, before a week is over, you'll be good enough to charge people for graphic design. The next easiest money that's being made online right now is probably gotta be digital sales, right? And when I say digital sales, I mean, boom, courses, ebooks, things like that. Now, it is no secret, information is the hottest new product out in 2023 right now. And that's because we're in the information age, and information is valuable, right? And before you tell yourself, bro, I can't sell an ebook, I don't know how to do anything, just listen to me, hear me out. Number one, we're all experts at something, right? Whether it's Minecraft, whether it's the NBA, whether it's cooking, whether it's working out, we're all experts in something, right? So me, who's not a workout expert, right? If I look at your arms are pumped, bro, and you have a how to do a proper push-up guide, I would be inclined to buy that from you because I see that, okay, boom, this guy's arms are jacked, right? Same thing. Now, you might still, because we as humans do this, bro, we try to talk ourselves out of things we don't understand. So you might still feel like, nah, bro, I can't sell a digital product. But think about this. And if you've ever bought a course before or a digital product, just let me know in the comments if you have. And you can probably testify that when you first looked inside the course, like when you buy a course, you kind of look over it to kind of make sure you just spent the right kind of money, right? And you look over it and you start to quickly realize, like, well, most of this information is already out, right? But here's the real value. The real value of a book like that is the information that's in it, but the real value is the fact that it's all condensed, right? It's all in one spot. So let's say you had an ebook about how to get an LLC, right? If I wanted to get an LLC, I know I would have to do a lot of research research. There's a lot of different things that I would have to go look into to make sure I completely understand it, right? But if you created an ebook that told me how much it is in my state, how much it is in every state, what the tax breaks look like when you're talking about an LLC, what are things you can write off, what are things you can, you know, earn on, what are things you can do, can't do, right? If you put all that information into one book, right, and got a good cover made for it, which you could do on Canva, right? You don't need a super graphic design background for it. If you made a book about that, I would probably buy it, right? Especially if it was priced appropriately. Because let's say it was priced at $10, right? It might have took you 2 hours to do that, right? Or if you priced it at $10, there are thousands of people like me who would spend that $10 to have all that information in front of them instead of having to go do all that other research, right? So people don't even think about the real value of an ebook, right? Or of a course, right? Is consolidating that info, right? So what can you do? You can go in whatever field you're knowledgeable about. You could be not knowledgeable about it. Go gather information about it. Go gather information about it. Go put it together in an ebook, and I promise you, people are gonna be drawn to it, right? Another thing that you can do to make money online, bro, is building websites, right? Now, once again, people are having businesses, people are opening things, right? And now people are needing websites more and more, right? And with the explosion of ChatGPT, with the explosion of AI, you no longer have to even really know code like that, right? All you need to know is how to ask the right questions, right? And ChatGPT will fill in on the rest, right? I have a video where I actually go through that step by step. Meet me over in that video. Rico Gang, I love y'all. Let's get it.